Hey there, everybody. I knew I'd be cutting it close. So give me a minute here. Where's my crowd noise? There it is. Let me grab some coffee and we'll fire it up. Song stuck in my head today. Whoa, let's knock shit over. Is The Good Thing by the Talking Heads. Do 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 do. There's Michael and there's Jeffrey. It is a later start. Mike is into the Woody Woodward situation, predicting a home run, a bold prediction. Unmitigated's here, Ben's here. Let's see what we got. I did the stats update through games of Sunday, June the 19th earlier today. I had lunch. Oh, I have a new favorite Mexican place in town, Dos Gordos. Just fantastic. Had chicken enchiladas with rice and beans. And of course, since we finished the 19th, we're going to begin June the 20th with the Philadelphia Phillies at the Atlanta Braves. It's a 3-game set. Phillies send their ace Chris Short to the mound, the 20-game winning left-hander in real life. Underperforming a little bit in our replay, and he'll be countered by Tony Cloninger, the right-hander from Atlanta. Holy cow, man, I don't even want to hear that. There's Unmitigated, the Woody Woodward fan club. Where's Michael Reimer when we need him, right? No, Michael Haynes is not Mike C, or is he? God, I hate these new things. There's Captain Carl. And by new things, of course, I mean the new monikers that YouTube has assigned everybody. And as Ben Witz proved, you can change that. I don't know how, but maybe you can get him to help you. There's Jeremy from Cold, Ontario. Okay, we know about Short's real life season, a 20-game winner. In our replay so far, he's 6-6, 4.11. He's made 16 starts, 6 complete games, including 2 shutouts. So good numbers across the board. A little off from his real life numbers, mostly in the wins category, which could most likely be attributed to run support. I mean, 6 complete games, 2 shutouts, nothing wrong with that. 120 and 1/3 innings of work. Cloninger, 6-8, 4.47, 16 starts, 2 complete games, 1 shutout, 105 innings, 94 hits allowed. Oh, so you're up to a whopping 12 now, huh? Okay, we're running a little behind. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. Here's the Phillies lineup. Tony Gonzalez leads off in center field. Tony Taylor will be at third base, hitting second. Johnny Callison is in right field. Dick Allen in the cleanup spot in left. Bill White, the first baseman. Clay Dalrymple will do the catching. Cookie Rojas at second. It's not Bobby Wine. That's a mistake. It's, as you can see by the lineup, it's supposed to be Dick Groat at short. And Chris Short, the pitcher. So Groat at short, Short at pitcher. Yeah, you can check the lineups on Baseball Reference. It is Grote. I don't know why I put wine in there. I did that this morning before the... That's what I thought, because you actually have it Michael C. Your C is in there. So Michael, the other Michael Haynes is a different Michael. And there's Michael Reimer, who I believe is the local Spokane guy. Although I think he's out by Airway Heights. Schaefer is pleased to announce the beer batter as Dick Allen. Interesting choice. Umpires for today's contest, Augie Donatelli, the Paisan doing the catching, Stan Landis at first, Mel Steiner at second, and Al Barlick, rhymes with garlic, down at third. The first thing we got to do, Garlic, is requisition you a new name. And welcome in Rick. I tell you what, Rick, I'm in complete agreement on that. It's bad enough in Spokane. We don't get that much. These places that are any worse than Spokane, you can have them. I'd live somewhere warmer, but I can't afford to. And I'm not going to Kansas. Even if it would mean having a reunion with Toto. Okay, enough foolishness. Let's start the ball game. Tony Gonzalez will start it off. Cloninger's ready to go to work. Gonzalez at 289, 1 homer, 19 RBI. See, there you go. Either Irant, they do that, or if not, I would hire somebody. Gonzalez standing in from the left side. Cloninger comes in with a 1-8 righty. Grounder down to first base. Torrey will take it to the bag, and we are underway. Here on a Thursday. Man, I'm stuffed. I could use a nap. No, I wouldn't be able to do it. With my lung condition, good grief. I'd get about a foot of walk shoveled. I'd have to sit down and catch my breath. Tony Taylor having a miserable season, hitting just 190, 3 homers, 12 RBIs. Hello there, Joel Horland. Well, yeah, if you start young. The only snow I saw most of my life was on the rare occasion where I went to Big Bear. Cloninger into the windup. 6-8 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3, and down goes Taylor, so his struggles continue, and with 2 out, Johnny Callison steps to the plate. Callison at 275, 7 home runs, 37 RBIs. Cloninger with the windup, it's a 4-7 lefty, and he walks him. So Callison works out a 2-out walk. Callison a star 15, so let's take a look at the battery now. Cloninger a +1 hold. Oliver a +1 arm. So Callison a 17 held at 15. However, Dick Allen at the plate. They could roll for the lead to 15. But you run the risk of an intentional walk to Dick Allen. Allen batting .366, 15 home runs, 39 RBIs in just 172 at-bats. So Callison will stay put. Cloninger working from the stretch. Comes into Allen with a 5-12. Hard smash to third. Menke has it. He'll go the short way to Felix Millan for the fourth. And that'll do it. No runs, no hits, a man left after half an inning. Philadelphia nothing. Atlanta coming to bat. It should be noted that the Braves come into this game on a 4-game winning streak. The Phillies lost their last game to St. Louis. That was just a couple days ago. A couple days ago in real time. just yesterday as far as the 1966 calendar goes. And here's the Atlanta lineup. An unlikely leadoff man, Rico Carty in left field. Woody Woodward, of course, at shortstop. Hank Aaron in the 3 spot in right field. Felipe Alou is in center field. Joe Torre, who's red hot at first base, hitting 5th. Gene Oliver will do the catching. Dennis Menke gets the start at third base. Felix Millan, the second baseman. And Cloninger, a good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. Yeah, you could get kids to do it. Still can here. Hell, I got kids here that knock on my door and ask me if I need my trash taken out. Naturally, they expect a couple of bucks for it, but still, if I get to that point, there could come a time in the future where I would take advantage of such an offer. So Carty, wielding a hot bat, steps in. He's hitting .343, 4 home runs, 20 RBIs. The left-handed short gets the sign from Dalrymple. And here's the pitch on a 2-4 lefty. High fly ball driven to left. Allen back at the track, and it's gone. Home run Carty. Can you believe it? Oh, goodness. Let's look at that again. 2-4 lefty. Homer on a 1 only. Getting ready to write in the double. And it clears the fence for a leadoff home run. And with that, the Braves take a 1-0 lead on Rico Carty's 5th home run of the season. Here's fan favorite Woody Woodward hitting .263. No homers, but 30 RBIs. 14 extra base hits. Short comes in with a 3-5. He lifts it to left field. Playable for Allen. Allen catches it, and there's one away. Here's Hank Aaron. Aaron's average still low at .221, but 23 home runs, and 57 RBIs. Short with the windup and the pitch on a 2-7 lefty. Rolls it over to short, where Grote scoops it up and throws him out. You see that dice jump? That was headed for the ones column. However, a 1-7 wouldn't have helped him any. And with 2 out, here's Felipe Alou, who leads the National League in total bases, hitting .348, 10 home runs, 42 RBIs, 40 extra base hits. Lined up on the pitch from short is a 6-9 right-handed. High fly ball to left center. That's a double to 14, and cut off there by Gonzalez will hold him to a long single. There's Joel Turney as well, as the regular crowd shuffles in. A line I like to borrow quite often from the Piano Man himself. Here's the red-hot Torre. In the last 10 days, he's batted .452, 3 home runs, 9 RBIs. Overall in the season, .335, 10 home runs, and his 51 RBIs, second only to Aaron on the team. Let's check Alou's speed. No threat to steal, and here's the pitch to Torre. 5-9 righty. Grounder shortstop X. Into the hole goes Grote. 3. Oh, man. See, I wrote Lyons numbers in. Same error range, so that's an easy fix. He's a 322. Here's the play. Got to roll them all. 14, he's got it. Throws him out, and that'll do it. So a nice play by Dick Grote to end the inning. 6-3 Braves settle for a 1 run on the leadoff homer by Rico Carty. They leave a man. And after 1 inning of play, they lead it 1-0. Whoops, got to turn the heater off. Good grief. Yeah, I've been rewatching the series The West Wing, which I have on DVD or whatever. And the one episode where that they're trying to test the missile defense system and it doesn't work. And the president says, I believe the saying you're looking for is good grief. Is that a fact, Rick? That's interesting. Sounds like Rico might have been a little paranoid. Cloninger takes the mound. Bill White will lead it off for the Phillies. White on the season, 284, 12 homers, his 53 RBIs, ranking among the league leaders. The windup and the pitch on a 4-5 lefty. He lifts it to straightaway center. Alou backs up a bit and makes the catch. So Alou showing off his skills in center field. And here's the catcher, Clay Dalrymple, hitting .310 on the year. 3 homers, 18 RBIs. Cloninger, the windup, 5-12, swung on and missed, strike 3. Second strikeout for Tony Cloninger. And the batter will be Cookie Rojas. Rojas at .238, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Cloninger with the windup on the pitch. 2-7, ground ball up the middle and through into center field for a 2-out single. Rojas hit it right back through the box. And that'll get Dick Grote to the plate with a runner at first and 2 down. It's been a struggle for Grote as well, hitting just .210, just 1 home run, 23 RBIs. On a 5-8 righty, routine grounder to short. Woodward comes in, picks it up on a hop, and fires it to Torrey on the run to retire the side. The Phillies leave a man, and the score remains the same. Well, thank you, Bill. Enjoyed the stat update. Yeah, I decided to do a little bit more detail, a little longer stat update. And the thing of looking at an individual team or two, we may make that a regular feature. So when it comes time for the next one, which will be a while, obviously, but you might want to put in the comments what team you'd be interested in seeing. Of course, we'll always look at the leaders and the team stats. Okay, Short's ready to go to work in the bottom of the second. Gene Oliver, the catcher, will lead it off for Atlanta, hitting .230, 7 home runs, 23 RBIs. Short with the windup, pitches a 2-9 left-handed. He struck him out. First K for Short. And here's Dennis Menke now. Menke comes in at .242, 5 home runs, 20 RBIs. Short with the windup. Here's the pitch on a 3-9 left-handed. Liner to second, single to 7. That's going to be caught by Rojas. Menke hit it right at the second baseman for the second out, and that'll bring up Felix Millan. Millan's done a pretty good job since taking over at second base. The youngster hitting .257. Still looking for his first home run. Don't expect much in that department. He did not hit a home run in 1966. It's a 111. Pops up right side. Rojas. He'll take it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Short. He's dropped in average. Yeah, he's lost about 20 points, Ben. And Bill at the All-Star break in 49 doing stats the old-fashioned way with pen and paper. I do remember those days. It's a lot of work. I have to tip my hat to you. Mookie spilled coffee this morning. He's kind of in the doghouse right now, and he knows it. He's not at the top of the tower. I used to do them for our 8-team keeper league, and that was just 8 teams. That was bad enough. Joel, I do too, actually. Yeah, I love playing around with pens and paper. But for this replay, I'm sure glad I can just enter the game manually into the Strat-O-Matic database. Short's going to lead it off. Do you do them on a spread? No, you don't do them on a spreadsheet. You just said pen and paper. There he is. He's going to jump. There goes the leap. You've seen it. There he goes. Boom. He nails it every time. Short, it's a left-handed pitcher, right-handed hitter. 3W on a 1-4. He grounds it right back to Cloninger, who throws to Torrey for the out. Here's Gonzalez. For some reason, moved to the leadoff spot for this game. The pitch on a 6-11 lefty. He lines that one into right field for a base hit. And there's your answer. +2, 15 not Hilbu with that 6 through 8 automatic caught. There's no way he's rolling for the lead. And with 1 out, Tony Taylor will be the hitter. Cloninger from the stretch. 2-5 righty, ground ball wide to second. Mion to his left, scoops it up, throws it to Torrey. And on the play, Gonzalez moves to second. So the tying run in scoring position with 2 away, Johnny Callison at the plate, Dick Allen looming on deck. I like this discussion about the pens, believe it or not. I've settled on these Jetstream. Is that what it is, isn't it? Yeah, Jetstream Rolling Rider. I like the flow of it. It's been the pen for the whole replay, I think. I have no idea how that compares with Parker or Cross. I have heard of Parker. I have not heard of Cross. Callison walked his first time up. Cloninger checks the runner. Comes to the plate 3-5 righty. Base hit into right field. They're waving Gonzalez in, and this game is tied. RBI, 2-out single by Johnny Callison. Callison now 17 held at 15. He's got a 9 automatic caught. They're going to let Allen swing away. As the pitch comes in 4-8, he loses in ball 4. Pitching carefully to Allen, perhaps, so that brings up one of the league's RBI leaders, first baseman Bill White. White flew out to center his first time up. First and second, 2 away. Runners take their leads. Cloninger to the plate on a 3-7. He pops him up right side. Mion there. And he gets out of the jam. Phillies tie it with a run on 2 hits. They leave a pair. And we're all knotted up after 2.5. Welcome, Blaine. Walk on the beer batter. Drink. Is that what we're doing now? It's official, huh? And the hit by the pitch, I remember that's have a pitcher. Have a beer pitcher. I had a beer with my lunch. I had a Pacifico. Tony Cloninger will lead it off. Cloninger, throughout his career, known for his offensive prowess. In this set, he's a 7 with N power. Short into the windup on a 110 left-handed. He struck him out. Cloninger down on strikes. Here's Carty, who homered to lead off the first. The pitch from short on a 5-4 right-handed. That's catcher's card. That's going to be Dalrymple. 2E3, a fine catcher. The play on an 11 error range. It's a 7 on an E3. He should have that. Little nubber in front of the plate. Dalrymple pounces on it and throws him out. So nice play by Clay Dalrymple, who has a -2 gun to boot. Excellent. One of the best defensive catchers in this set, actually. And one of the players who I knew really nothing about coming into this replay. Two down for Woody Woodward, short into the windup. It's a 5-4 righty, same thing. Dalrymple again. 2E3. On a 3, foul out to the catcher, and that'll do it. So 2 X plays to the catcher. A 1-2-3 inning for Chris Short. And after 3 innings complete, we're tied at 1. Hey, Ernest, welcome. I don't feel tardy. Yes, I use a mechanical pencil too, a cheapie. I think they're Bics. I use that for planning my tournament teams. Oh yeah, my tournament team's off to a 2-7 start. Could be a long season in the semifinals. And of course, in the semifinals, it's a 24-team league. You have to win the league to make the finals. The top 8 scores get a bye. Then there's 4 semifinal leagues vying for the last 4 spots in the finals league, if that makes sense. Here is Cloninger now. Dalrymple, who displayed his fielding prowess in the bottom of the inning, will lead it off. The pitch on a 4-5 lefty, high fly ball to straightaway center. Alou is there to put it away, and the batter will be Cookie Rojas. Rojas singled his first time up. Excuse me. The windup and the pitch is a 4-9 right-handed. He lifts it the other way to right field. Hank Aaron waiting on it and makes the grab for the second out. Two down, here's Grote. Cloninger with the windup and the pitch on a 3-7 righty. He lifts it to straightaway center. Alou backing up a bit. He's there. 3 fly balls, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Tony Cloninger. So far, we've got a nice pitcher's duel here between Short and Cloninger. Short will face the heart of the Braves order as we go to the bottom of the 4th. I'm embarrassed to show you my pencil. We've got some professionals here. I'm strictly amateur hour. Here's Henry Aaron, 0 for 1. Chris Short gets the sign from Dalrymple. The windup and the pitch on a 5-9 right-handed grounder short X. Tough chance for Grote. 3-22 into the hole. Here is the play on a 14. He's got it, plants and throws just in time to nip the speedy Aaron at first. Hoo-yah! Here's Felipe. He singled his first time up. Short with the windup, 4-3 righty. He lifts it the other way to right field. Callison on the move. He runs it down. Ball slicing away from Callison, but he was able to catch up with it for the second out. And here is the red-hot Joe Torre. Is that a fact, Joel? They have a YouTube channel. Okay, I got to write this down. This has got to go in my notes because I'll forget. I can't even remember who Mark Armour is, but I wrote that down for some reason. Perhaps one of you guys said it, I'm sure. Can refresh my memory. The pitch to Torre. 3, uh-oh, that's a leaner. That's going to be a re-roll as Torre fouls it off. May not be evident on the screen, but as you can see, we'll tip it. There you go. The next pitch is a 3-11 righty. Base hit into right field. Torre drives it the other way. Callison picks it up. Torre will hold it first. 2-out single for Torre. And here's the catcher, Gene Oliver. Not to be confused with the song Gene by Oliver. 3-10 left-handed. He pops him up left side. Grote will take it. And that'll do it for the fourth inning for the Braves. No runs, a hit, one left. Yes, you do, Ben. You do get what you pay for. As I'm finding out with this POS treadmill. So I'm in the market for a used treadmill. Tie game as we go to the fifth. Short will lead it off, a right-handed batter. On a 1-12, he pops it up. Mian will take it. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Gonzalez. Tony 1 for 2. Cloninger into the windup. On a 6-4 lefty. High fly ball to deep right field. Aaron backing up at the track, at the wall, gone. Home run, Tony Gonzalez. And there I was questioning Mock's lineup selection. Apparently, Gene Mock knows a little bit more about it than I do. For Gonzalez, that's only his second home run of the season, and it gives the Phillies a 2-1 lead. He does have end power against righties, not so against lefties. I would say absolutely yes, although let me qualify that by saying I really only get it a couple times a year, maybe. I'll usually buy 2 bags because the shipping is going to be the same for 2 as for 1. Other than that, I will buy it when I'm down there in that area. If I'm in Morro Bay, San Luis Obispo, I'm all over the coastal peaks. And pretty standard price for, I think the Crockett coffee is even more than that. So for a gourmet micro roast coffee, yes, exactly, it's a treat. I can't afford it all the time. I get 3 pounds of the San Francisco blend for about 25. Oh, free shipping for 5. Yeah, that's too much for me. I do like the free shipping part, don't get me wrong. Hey, Larry Waters. Very cold. Oh, goodness, Larry. For a good large pizza around here, it's like $30. Definitely been buying it. Here's Taylor, 1 away. The pitch from Cloninger on a 3-5 righty. That's ripped high and deep to left center. Triple to 17, and he's headed for third. A loose throw. He's safe with a 1-out triple. And there's your triple from the unlikely Tony Taylor. Just his second triple of the year. Heck, he had 8 in real life. He needs to get going. That'll bring up Callison. A homer and a triple off of Cloninger now. Rated 7 for starter endurance. Here comes the pitch to Callison. 2-5 right-handed. Ground ball wide to second. Mion has it. Sorry, I should have clarified this. 1 out in this game. Obviously, the infield would be in. I beg your pardon. That's my fault because I put my runner peg on second base for some reason. Probably because my mind was overcome with how much I'm getting ripped off for pizza. The infield in saves a run there. That's the second out. There's Michael Reimer. Different name, but pretty easy to figure out. Yeah, I think that's about the same, Ben, for dominoes and those kind of things. But to be honest with you, you have to pay me to eat those. I'd rather get what's that frozen one I like? Screamin' Sicilian. In your grocer's freezer section. Here's Allen now. Runner at third, 2 down. Could pitch around him, but Bill White behind him. Cloninger to face the righty on a 5-5 shortstop X. That's Woodward. Big play for Woody, 334. Into the hole on a 5. He's there. Fine play by Woodward to end the inning. So the Phillies settle for a run on the Tony Gonzalez home run. They leave Taylor stranded at third. And they take a 2-1 lead to the bottom of the 5th. I do know what you mean, Joel. Yes, even bad pizza is good. Not Domino's, though. I won't eat it. I would eat Papa John's. Hello there, Franklin. Yeah, that's my fault. I wasn't sure what I was going to do. Pizza Pipeline's pretty good. Again, we're talking about 2 different levels of pizza here. In that range, certainly rather have them than Domino's. Hey, Dan Douglas. Wow. We're getting ripped off for pizza in Spokane, aren't we, Michael? I just watched a YouTube video recently on what a rip-off food delivery is in general. It made a lot of sense. They interviewed a guy who'd worked for several pizza places, as well as DoorDash. Braves will send the bottom third of their lineup up against short here in the bottom of the fifth. Dennis Menke will lead it off. Pitch is a 3-9 left-handed. Liner to second. Base hit to 7, and that's through into right field for a leadoff single for Menke, and the tying run is aboard. Good game here so far today. Here's Mian. Possible bunting situation, but he's a terrible bunter. Menke no speed. I noticed Mian's a B hit and run. Mian will swing away. From the stretch on a 6-3 righty. Grounded to the pitcher X. 3-11 for short, and here's the play. On an 18, he's got it. His only play is to first, and on the play, Menke advances to second. So Menke in scoring position for Cloninger. Many of them don't. You're right, Ben. What a joke. I worked for Domino's when I first moved up here before I could find a grocery store to hire me. That was actually a fun job, and for what it was, the money was decent, but I'm sure those days are long gone. Short pitch to the right-handed Cloninger on a 6-6. Fly ball to straightaway center. Gonzalez barely has to move and makes the catch for out number 2. It'll be up to Carty. 1 for 2 with a home run. Tying run and scoring position, thinking momentarily about putting him on and facing Woodward. Do you walk the go-ahead run? They're calling for it. It's going to be 4 wide ones to Carty. So it'll be up to Woody Woodward, first and second, 2 down. Short with the pitch on a 4-8. That's going to backfire as Woodward lines it into left center. Triple to 2. That's an RBI single for Woodward. Scoring is Menke, and Carty going all the way to third. And Woody Woodward has just tied this game with a 2-out single. What do you know about that? I remember your pizza story, Ben. God, I do now that you mention it. Did you ever call him and rip him? Tie ball game, runners at the corners, and look who's up. It's Hank Aaron. Short trying to get out of this mess as he comes into Aaron on a 2-6 lefty. Liner to third, single to 2. It's caught by Taylor. And Short gets out of the jam cheaply enough. 1 run, 2 hits, 2 left. We're all knotted up after 5. Oh, of course they don't. Well, then I would have said, well, then I have no record of ever ordering from you again. End it with a solid thanks for nothing and hang up. Bill White will lead off the 6th inning. Good game today. There you go. I like the reviews too. I had to blast Glazer's camera in Seattle recently online. White 0 for 2 leads off the 6th. Cloninger, a 7-inning starter, into the windup. 111 right-handed, a grounder down to first base. Torrey gloves it, feeds Cloninger covering. 1 down, and here's Dalrymple. Dalrymple 0 for 2 today. The pitch from Tony is a 5-7 left-handed ground ball second base X. Tough chance for Mion, a 4.24. And the play is a 19. He gets to it, turns and fires to Torrey in time. Nice play, Felix Mion. So it's 2 away and Cookie Rojas at the plate. The pitch from Cloninger is a 3-5 righty. He goes the other way with it and plunks that into right field in front of Aaron for a 2-out single. And Rojas, his second hit of the game. Rojas also thriving, having been removed from the leadoff spot in favor of Gonzalez. So both players having good days. Man, that Gene Mock must have been a pretty good manager. Exactly, you have it, and you have a record of it. Oh my goodness. There's no customer service anymore. Grote 0 for 2. Cloninger with the pitch. It's a 4-3 right-handed. Fly ball to right field X. That's the Gold Glover Aaron. A 1E4. Aaron racing towards the gap. On a 6, he makes a fine running catch to rob Grote of a base hit. That's going to be a web gem for Aaron. Oh my goodness, he went a long way to haul that one down. And that'll retire the side. Fine play from a Gold Glove right fielder. Short, rated 8 for starter endurance, takes the mound for the bottom of the inning. Felipe Alou will lead it off. We just saw the stats update, so I don't have to tell you guys what kind of a hitting team this Braves lineup is. Alou 1 for 2. Short gets his time. 1-4 left-handed. That ball is absolutely crushed to dead center. Gonzalez back, gone. Felipe Alou can touch them all. And with that home run, the Braves take a 3-2 lead. So Felipe leading the majors in total bases. Deposits his 11th home run to the deepest part of the ballpark. And here's Torrey. 6-8 righty. Grounder to first, single to 16, and it's through for a base hit. Dalrymple jogging out to the mound to check on short now as they begin to stir in the Philadelphia pen. Mostly, in fact, entirely a right-handed lineup. And that's going to get Ray Culp throwing. God, he really is, Bill. Fantastic season out of Felipe Alou. Torrey at first, slower than molasses. And Gene Oliver is the batter. Gene's 0 for 2. Short working from the stretch now. A 4-4 right-handed. Fly ball center field X. Tough chance for Gonzalez. 3E5 going back now. On a 1, he can't get to it. That's a 3-star double, and that'll clear the bases. Holy cow, the rare 3-star double. Torrey all the way around to score. Can you just picture it? And the quick answer, no, I can't. But anyway, that's what happened. And the Braves appear to have Short's number here in the 6th. Score is 4-2 now, and here comes Mock. Well, maybe not. Yes, he is. I'm not going to change my mind simply because he's leading off the next inning. How many of you guys have done that and had it backfire? It seems to backfire almost every time. So Short's going to cut. It's a short outing for Short. He's going to call it a day. As the Atlanta lineup has proved too much for the Philadelphia ace. 5+, 8 hits, 4 runs so far. Runner at second is his responsibility as Ray Culp jogs in. Culp's had his struggles this year. However, a pretty good card against righties. You just don't want him facing any lefties. His overall numbers, 3-4, 5.15 ERA, 7 starts. This is his 8th relief appearance. And while he gets loose, short break in the action. And I'll use that time to fire up a pod. As this current cup is the last cup of my morning coffee. Dennis Menke, Felix Mion to follow. All right, Culp ready to go. Oh, that's right. Thank you, Larry. I was going to double switch. Looks like Bobby Wine's going to come into the game after all. So Wine will go in the 9 spot. Grote will depart. And the pitcher will go in his spot. Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it. I was thinking about that too when I was rambling on about leaving the pitcher in because he's batting 9th, and then that fast I forgot. Oliver at second, still nobody out, and Menke at the plate. Here's Culp now. He gets the sign from Dalrymple. The windup on the pitch, 2-7. He struck him out. Menke down on strikes. Here's the second baseman, Felix Mion. The youngster 0 for 2 today. Culp comes in with a 2-3. That's a base hit into right field. Oliver rounding. Probably not. 11, Callison with a -4 gun makes that 1-7. No, thank you. They'll hold him at third. And here's Cloninger, a pretty good hitter. With 1 out and runners at the corners, let's see how the Phillies are going to play if they trail by 2. Cloninger, a C bunter. They're going to pull it in. So infield in for the pitcher, Culp. The pitch on a 3-9. Ground ball to short. I think that's still a double. No, maybe not. Let's check it. First and third. This is the one that throws me. Ground ball A, infield in on an 8. It's 1 out. Batter out, runner on third holds. So that's 6-3 C. Mion goes to second. So they could have had a double play there, but that's the risk you take with the infield in. Second and third now, 2 away, and here's Carty. Do they dare walk him again and try to pitch to Woodward? That didn't work out so well the first time. Right-handed pitcher on the mound, though. I hate walking the bases loaded. Gene Mauch is going to tempt fate, and Rico Carty will receive his second intentional pass of the ball game. So the bases will be loaded with 2 away for Woody. Woody has a chance to really make them pay now. Yes, Dan, that's exactly what you heard. Yep. Culp with the bases loaded. Glance at third. The full windup on a 5-6. Liner to third. Single to 7. It's speared there by Taylor at third. Braves settle for 2 runs, 4 hits, and leave the bases full. So they had a chance to blow it open. As it is, it's still anybody's game. 4-2 Braves after 6. And I'm going to grab that cup. It's funny you guys heard it and I didn't even notice it. Wow, that's big news, Franklin. The Trop will be ready for opening day. I'm surprised. Well put, Ben. Disaster was averted. They got 2, but it could have been worse. 7th inning. Oh, Mookie's up in the cheap seats now. And Bobby Wine will lead off the 7th. First endurance inning for Cloninger. Wine hitting just .220. The windup and the pitch on a 3-10 right-handed ground ball down to third base. Menke gloves it. Throws him out, 1 away. Here's Gonzalez, 2 for 3 with a home run as Cloninger comes set. The windup and the pitch on a 2-8. He pops him up right side. Torrey will take it. 2 quick outs in the 7th. That's the stunning news of the day as far as I'm concerned. Here's Taylor, 1 for 3. The windup and the pitch is a 3-5 right-handed. That's ripped into the gap, triple to 17. There he goes, digging for third. The throw, he's in there with his second triple of the game. How about that? 2-out triple by Tony Taylor, who came into this game ice cold. Callison is the hitter. Oliver out to the mound to check on Cloninger now. Callison represents the tying run at the plate. This could be Cloninger's last batter with Allen and White to follow. Let's check on the Atlanta pen, where Clay Carroll is tossing. Cloninger ready to go to work on Callison. Checks the runner. Full windup. 6'9" left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Huge strikeout there for Tony Cloninger to end the inning. And they leave Taylor stranded at third. And as we go to the stretch, it's Braves 4, Phillies 2. Braves looking for their 5th win in a row here today. Okay, let's take a look at the star of our show, Mookie the Wonder Cat. Not much to wonder about as he's taking his afternoon nap. There he is. Looks like we're going to have to go around. Hey, Mookie. Mook, are you up? Mook, are you up? Huh? Not really? Where the hell's that pink thing? There it is. Yeah, there he is. I know, he flopped and knocked my coffee cup off the table. He got coffee all over the place. He says, say what? Get it, Mook. There you go. Nope. Just that quick, he lost interest. He was there for the stats. Look how dark it is in here already. Freaking depressing, if you ask me. I don't know if you can see that far away. Some of the snow, not a whole lot, a little bit of snow still on the grass. I expected to get some maybe tomorrow, but Saturday and Sunday we're going to be in the low to mid 40s with rain, so pretty much the snow will be gone, at least for this time. And then hopefully I'll be out of here before it gets really weird. That's my goal anyway. That's the way I planned it. Hard to plan around the weather here. All right, back to the game. Culp on for his second inning. We can close the book on short. All 4 runs charged to short. He walked 2, but they were both intentional. No, he didn't walk 2. He walked 1 and it was intentional. The other intentional issued by Culp. Just 2 strikeouts for Short today. So not Short's finest game, that's for sure. As he continues to underachieve. Part of the order for the Braves. Culp comes out for his second inning of work, facing Henry Aaron, who's 0 for 3 today. Culp gets the sign. They lined up the pitch as a 3-7 righty. He hits it to straightaway center. Gonzalez on the move, and he'll make the nice running catch for the first out. And this is why I don't set the clock back. See, it's 4:34 to me when it really should be 3:34. That would make me crazy. That would drive me crazy. Well, Steve, it's a short drive. How about that Dan Douglas, an exciting Strat-O-Matic shipment? That's always fun for sure. I remember as a teenager chasing the brown truck around the neighborhood. Here's Felipe, 1 for 2 with a homer. Culp pitch. 3-8 right-handed. Grounder to short. Routine for Wine, who throws him out. Bobby Wine now playing shortstop for Philadelphia. And with 2 down, here's Torrey. Torrey 2 for 3. Culp into the windup on a 6-4 right-handed fly ball center field X. Another tough chance for Tony Gonzalez, a 3-5. Ranging to his left on an 18. He's there to put it away. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Ray Culp. So an all right-handed lineup, an excellent spot for Ray Culp. We played 7. It's 4-2 Atlanta. Cloninger comes out for his second endurance inning. Now we're getting nearer to Ted Abernathy time, who's joined Clay Carroll in the pen. Of course, they can't give you anything. I wanted to say, have you got my brown package? Strat-O-Matic cards, hurry up. Dick Allen will lead off the 8th. Cloninger getting the sign. Here's the windup. Pitch to Allen on a 6-4 right-handed. He pops it up to shallow center. Alou coming in and puts it away for the first out. Here's the first baseman, Bill White. White 0 for 3. Tony Cloninger gets the sign. Here's the windup. Here's the pitch on a 5-6 left-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Cloninger looks like he wants to go the distance. 2 down, and here's Dalrymple. The windup, the pitch, 5-4 left-handed, fly ball center field X. Alou on his horse, 3E7. Here's the play on a 3. He's not going to get to it as it drops in for a base hit. It's a 2-out single for Dalrymple. Here's Rojas. Clay Carroll has sat down. Ted Abernathy throwing in earnest now. The dead ball set. Nice. Oh, wow, and you get the game, too. Here's Cookie Rojas. Cookie's 2 for 3 in this one. Representing the tying run at the plate is Cloninger working from the stretch. Comes in with a 3-5. Base hit into right field. Dalrymple could go to third. 9-11 minus 2-9. They'll hold him. His run means nothing. But now it gets interesting. The pitcher due up will have a pinch hitter. Tying runs on base. 2 down in the 8th inning. Let's see who's going to hit for the Phillies. All these guys, none of these guys have end power. Except for Euchre, who doesn't have a lot of on base. All right, in that case, we're going to go with the left-hander. That'll be Doug Clemens. I was trying to find a batter with end power, but we don't have one. Tough decision now for the Braves. One more hitter walk will fatigue Cloninger. Give me a moment to really look at this one. I want to check Cloninger's card on my... That's going to do it. Here comes Bobby Bragan, and he's going to the pen. They're going to go to Abernathy now. Cloninger, a fine effort, 7 2/3. 8 hits, just 2 runs so far. Walked a pair, and he struck out 2, 3, 4. Abernathy's overall numbers: 1 and 3, 12 saves, 2.83. With Atlanta, 1 and 2, 1.50, and 7 saves in 10 appearances. Clemens having a subpar season, but pretty good against righties, at least on the card. Abernathy ready to go to work. Tying runs aboard, take their lead. Pitch to Clemens on a 4-7 lefty, and he walks him to load the bases. Holy smokes. Tying run in scoring position now. And the hitter is Bobby Wine. Not really who they'd like to see up there. They really don't have much choice. Dick Grote, the other shortstop, already out of the game. So it'll be up to Bobby Wine with the bases loaded and 2 out in the 8th. Man, for the Phillies' sake, I really wish it could be somebody else. Abernathy staring in. The windup. 5-4 righty. Grounder third base X. Tough chance for Menke. 3-15. Big play. On a 14 error rate. It's a 7 on a 15. Menke's got it and makes the play to retire the side. What a play by Menke to bail out Abernathy and retire the side. So the Phillies, a chance goes a begging as they leave the bases loaded in the 8th. Largely a matter of just having the wrong guy up there at the wrong time. Culp rated 4 for relief endurance. He may as well go for 3. All right-handed batters due up. Gene Oliver, 1 for 3, will start it. Culp into the windup. 5-9 righty, swung on and missed, strike 3. Oliver down on strikes. Menke, 1 for 3, Culp with the windup. 4-8 right-handed, swung on and missed, strike 3. Back-to-back punch-outs for Ray Culp. And here's Mion now. 3-3, comebacker, Culp gloves it, tosses it to White, and that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Braves in the 8th. We're going to check on defense for Atlanta. Mion, who made the last out, will exit for sure. He'll be replaced by not Bob Bowling, Frank Bowling at second. A 3-16. Oh, whoops. That's right, Culp is gone. Shoot. God darn it, again I didn't pull the card every damn time. Okay, who would their other best righty be? It'd be Fox, who pitched in this game in real life. So we're going to have to recreate that inning using Fox. So bear with me while I straighten out my mess. I even wrote in the 2 there. Oh my goodness. Okay, I really botched that. He walked one intentionally. Okay, bear with me while I recreate this mess. We got to start off with getting Oliver up there. That was a 5-9 righty. That remains a strikeout. Fox 5-9, also a strikeout. Okay, so here's Menke. Four 8 righty. That's a base hit. Mion, the hitter. Whoops, I missed it. 3-3, Mion is a ground ball B to the pitcher. That'll be a force. And that'll bring up Abernathy with a run on and 2 down. Abernathy, a 2-week righty. So here we go. Runner at first, 2 down. Fox pitching to Abernathy. 1-8, struck him out. And now, Bowling will come in for Mion. The only other defensive move you might make is Cardi. Cardi would lead off the 9th if they need him. That's a tough one. I generally don't like to do that. Take him out, that is. And Cardi will stay in left. And through 8, it's Braves 4, Phillies 2. Abernathy attempting to notch his 13th save of the season. And I want to thank everybody for being here today. Sorry about the late start. I figured it beats no game. And hell, there's 31 people here. So an excellent turnout again. Everything's cool now. Situation normal. Star Wars. Top of the order for the Phillies. They trail by a pair. Gonzalez 2 for 4 with a home run in this one. Left-handed hitter Abernathy gets his sign. The windup. 1-8 righty. Grounder down to first. Torrey has it. Feeds Abernathy, covering 1 down. Here's Taylor now. Can they do anything there? Nah, they're not going to do anything there. He's tripled his last 2 times up. He's hot. Here's the pitch on a 6-11. He grounds it to third. Menke to Torrey. And he cools off rather quickly. And now the Phillies down to their last out. Boy, they'd love to get Callison aboard and get Dick Allen to the plate representing the tying run. You know, Dan, I saw something on the construction of that. It looks like they are building the Vegas Park. And yeah, Larry, the Rays usually are pretty good. In spite of all the circumstances that seem to be piled against them. Okay, let's see if we're back. Incoming phone call derailed things. Two outs in the ninth. Callison versus Abernathy. And here's the windup in the pitch on a 6-4 fly ball center field X. That's going to be a tough chance for Alou, a 3-E-7. Alou on his horse. It's a 15, and he makes the catch to end the ball game. Nice play, Alou. 4-2 is the final. I'll have the totals here in a minute. Abernathy does indeed notch his 13th save. Cloninger with the win improves to 7-8. Short takes the loss, drops to 6-7. Fox with a scoreless frame. 1 strikeout. Is the screen small for everyone? Let me reload mine. Refresh it, it should be okay. I'm not zoomed in correctly, but I didn't mess with it. There was only one at bat to go. Player of the game nominees, anybody? Cardi? Cloninger? Felipe Alou, maybe. Braves win it with 4 runs on 10 hits, no errors. The Phillies score 2 on 8 hits, no errors. I could see three good candidates for player of the game. None of them stand out. I kind of like Alou too. 2 hits and a home run. And a fine defensive play to end the game. Good enough. Felipe Alou will be the player of the game. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up quick because I'm going to have to use the bathroom again. So I will let you know that tomorrow's game will be the Minnesota Twins at the California Angels. We'll be back to our normal starting time, 1:30, 4:30. Mudcat Grant on the mound for the Twins, George Brunette for the Angels. So, hope to see you all for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a great evening and take care, everybody. I'll see you on the next one.